In order to be successful, in order to make a lot of money, you're going to have to do what 99% of people don't do. And that's just what it is. There's a reason why there's a 1% earners for a reason. There's a reason why there's a very small percentage of the world that makes the majority of the money. There's a reason why there's a very small percentage of the world that runs everything. Because that small percentage of people is doing what 99% of other people aren't going to do. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you guys 4 steps to make sure that you get ahead of 99% of people starting today. The first thing is, in my opinion, the most important. You're gonna need to have a plan. That may sound simple, that may seem like common sense, but you'd be surprised how many people want to be rich. Say they want to be successful, say they want to achieve a whole lot, they have a lot of goals, but they don't have a plan of getting there. It's the same thing as like having a map. If you have somewhere you want to go, you're going to need directions. You're going to need a process to get you to where you want to go, because it's not just going to happen. It's not just going to fall into your lap. You have to have a equation for how you're going to get that outcome. 1 + 1 = 2. It's the same thing with your success. You need to align yourself with a plan that is going to lead you to having the result of getting rich, of having success, of being happy. Whatever your goal is, you got to align that plan with that goal. And that's how you're going to get to where you want to go over time. So what are you going to want to have inside of your plan? That's going to be very different depending on what industry you're in, depending on the type of business you have, depending on your personality, your work schedule. But for me personally, I'm a day trader. So with my schedule, with my plan on how I'm going to make $1 million, I have it through day trading. I'm going to achieve funding. I'm going to achieve millions of dollars in funding to be able to make a small percentage each month that is then going to make me $1 million every year. And I have different processes in place that are going to be able to net me $1 million because I have the plan. Even though I might not make that $1 million this year, it may not happen next year, I have the plan. I know how I'm going to get to that. I just got to make sure that I work to be able to make that happen. All part of the plan. I know I'm going to do it, and I know how I'm going to do it. That's the main thing. I know how I'm going to be successful because I had the plan that is going to lead me to getting the result of success. And you need to have that same thing. So after you have that plan, it's going to lead into the second thing that you're going to need to do. You're going to need to give yourself daily action steps. And this is going to allow you to become 1% better every single day. 1% better every day may not seem like a lot. A lot of people want to be 10, 20 times better every single day. But you got to be realistic and you got to think long term. 1% every day all year is 365% a year. If you can make sure that you are 3 times better every single year, you're going to be ahead of majority of other people, because every year, majority of the people in the world, majority of the population, they're setting themselves back every single year. They're not improving every year. So by default, you make sure that you are leveling yourself up just a little bit every single day, you're guaranteed going to be ahead of 99% of people. And those action steps are going to be very unique to you. Now, me personally, like I said, I'm a day trader. So some of my action steps may be showing up to the charts every single day. I don't have to take a trade, but I have to show up every single day. And that's part of my action steps that's going to lead me to become a better trader. That's going to lead me to becoming more patient. That's going to lead me to becoming more consistent. And that one action step, if I do it every day, at the end of the year, I'm going to be a better trader. I'm going to be more consistent. I'm going to be more disciplined. And I'm going to have more patience. Another action step will be, say you want to have a good body, you want to get fit. An action step that you would have for every day is to go to the gym for at least an hour. That's something you can do every day. You can do that every day. You can get a little bit better every day. And by the end of the year, you're going to have a better physique. You're going to feel better and you're going to look better. All from taking that daily action step. Now, the daily action steps can be whatever you want, because like I said, only you are going to know you. Only you are going to know the business you're in. And you got to structure these action steps to be something that's actually going to benefit you. Don't tell yourself to read if you're not actually going to take advantage of that knowledge. Don't tell yourself to go to the gym if you're not going to actually do the work. Don't tell yourself to do something you're not actually going to do. You got to have purpose behind everything you do. There needs to be intention, and you actually have to want to do it, and you have to want to be better. That's the difference between you and 99% of other people. And the third thing that I think is going to be very beneficial to majority, and I don't think a lot of you already do this, and that's going to be journaling. And no, I don't mean like a diary. Who hurt your feelings? No, that's not what we're doing a journal for. Our journal is going to be recording our results, recording our process, recording our wins and our losses so that we can improve from them. Because I guarantee you, once you're done this video, go to the first person you see, ask them if they have a journal that is documenting all of their results. I guarantee you they don't. 99% of people don't journal their results. 99% of people don't know the reason for their failure. 99% of people don't know why they fail, and they don't know what is causing them to do the things that are leading to them having a shitty life, that are leading to them not having money, that are leading to them not achieving the goals that they want. So by having a journal, writing down your weaknesses, writing down your losses, how you feel after losses, what caused you to do certain things, you're going to be able to learn from them. You don't learn from wins. You learn from your losses. Losses are lessons if you allow yourself to learn from them. Because a loss is only going to keep happening until you learn from it. A loss is only going to keep repeating and happening until you figure out why it's happening and try to eliminate it. Simple as that. You need to figure out what makes you tick. You need to figure out what makes you go on tilt, what makes you overtrade, what makes you want to be lazy, what makes you not want to follow the rules today, what makes you not want to stay disciplined today. You need to figure out all of these things for you, because me personally, I could say one thing works for me, but that doesn't necessarily mean that'll work for you. You got to figure out yourself. You versus you. That's the name of the game. You versus you. Figure yourself out, improve yourself, and try to make sure you're 1% better every day by implementing these daily action steps. And also keep in mind, you should have daily action steps, and a daily action step could be journaling. That could be one of your daily action steps. Every single day, you tell yourself you're gonna journal your trades. You tell yourself you're gonna journal how you felt today. You're gonna journal what happened in your business, your wins, your losses. That could be a daily action step that is gonna then lead you for the next year. You're gonna be more likely to journal every day because you made it a habit by making it a daily action step. So that's a little tip to kind of help with that. You can kind of combine both to make sure you get the best success from them. Now, the last and final thing, this may seem a little bit counterintuitive since this video is how to get ahead of 99% of people, but you're going to need to start failing. Losses are necessary. That's the only way you're going to learn. That's the only way you're going to become better. You need to lose. You need to learn how to handle yourself when you're losing. You need to learn how to handle failure. You need to learn how to handle your emotions in those environments, because I can guarantee you, until you put yourself in a position you're not going to know how to handle yourself, until you put yourself in a position that you lose a lot of money, until you put yourself in a position that you lose a business, until you put yourself in a position that you take a loss in something that just means a lot to you, you're not going to understand how to handle yourself for the future. But there's beauty in that. Losses are going to teach you what you need to improve on. It's up to you to be aware of that. It's up to you to be aware enough to sit back, journal, and try to self-reflect and realize there's a reason why this happened. What is the reason? There's a reason for everything. If you want to make a lot of money, the name of the game is solving problems for other people and solving problems for yourself. The problems you solve for yourself are going to allow you to become a better individual that are then going to allow you to make more money everywhere else by solving problems. So with that being said, just start failing, just get started, writing your notes, just make sure you have a plan. You can't get nowhere without having a plan. If it's not measured, it's not managed. You need to know where you're going and how you're going to get there. And then once you know how you're going to get there, you need to give yourself daily action steps to use every single day, to apply every single day, to ensure that at the end of the year, you end up 3 times better than you started. And that's going to simply make you better than 80% of people just off of that. But then if you start journaling your losses, journaling your failures, and looking to learn from all of those losses and turn all those losses into lessons, that's when you're going to start getting ahead of 95% of people. And once you start failing, and once you start being able to handle yourself during failure, because most people don't know how to handle failure. Most people give up after they fail a certain amount of times. But if you never give up, if you simply start failing, get good at failing, understand how to handle failing, you're going to be ahead of 99% of the people. And the last little secret tip that I'm going to give you guys before the video ends to ensure that you get ahead of 99% of people, don't give up. Majority of people give up when they don't see the results. If you simply don't give up and keep trying and keep implementing all these things I just told you, it's only a matter of time before you hit your goals. It's not a matter of if you're going to hit your goals, it's just a matter of when. So with that being said, if you found this helpful, if you had value given to you in this, and if you found that I was able to give you a little bit of insight, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And if you are looking to get involved in trading and you want to learn the basics, make sure you check out the free trading course. It's going to be in the description. And if you do want to trade with like-minded individuals such as myself, where I live trade every single day, and I send trades like the one I did this morning where me and the VIP Trading Network made 200% on our trade, then make sure you join us in VIP, which is also going to be in the description. With that being said, stay safe, stay productive, and make sure you fear being average.